Welcome to Soul Moon's Rising Tarot. My name is Jennifer, and it is time for another solstice pick a card / pick a reader. So I have a great lineup for you guys, 3 brand new readers that you have never seen before. So go ahead and pause, pick your pile, and then go to the timestamp for each reader. If you decide that you want to watch the reading style of all the readers, I invite you to do so. All their links can be found in the description box below if you'd like to check out their channels. So let's get started. Welcome to pile number 1. This is going to be a fantastically juicy reading. The very first card that I drew for you guys is the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands, he's really in charge of his passion. He knows where he's going. Okay, this is where I see the energy for this new season going. You're really going to be coming into your element. You're really going to be in charge of, how you want your life to go. So the next card I have for you guys is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So what is the Queen? She is the mother of the kingdom, right? She is in charge, and in this case, in charge of emotions. All right. So not only are we bringing in our passion, but our emotions and our passion are going to coincide. And this is really going to be a great harmony for the next season. The next card I have for you is Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So you already know what you need to do to make this happen, to make these the passion and your emotions coincide to bring something beautiful. Now, you need to have faith in your dreams, okay? Know that your dreams matter. Know that your dreams can come true. Anything you think that you possibly could want in the world can come true. Have faith in your dreams, okay? Now, there are some hurdles for this. So right now you may be feeling like you're not being heard, or somebody's taking your voice away, or any number of things where your message is just not getting across. That's going to change. So the next 2 cards were both voices, okay? So voices are our air element. So you have the Ace of Voices. You're really going to be in charge. You're really going to let people know you're there now, okay? So you're getting rid of this people not listening, people walking all over you and not hearing you. You're getting rid of that energy right now for this season and really stepping up to the game. Now, who are you ready to forgive? I'm not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. That quote is by C.G. Jung. It's time to let go, forgive, and move onward. Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or even yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Your soul action for this season. Write a forgiveness letter. Then practice the Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. It's a very, very powerful prayer. You can find lots of different resources online and even here on YouTube where they go over the prayer. There's actually a song with that prayer in it. So if you're interested, you can find that and use that song. But again, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Now, finally, I pulled a self-care card for you guys. So self-care is one of the biggest things that I love to promote. I think we all need a little bit more self-care. And the card that I pulled really goes along with this reading spectacularly. So this is Dream Journal. So you're going to keep track of your dreams for the next season, okay? And Remember, have faith in those dreams. Really embrace what your dreams are telling you. Our guides like to give us messages in our dreams. They like to help guide us to our next step. So really be mindful of your dreams and how it's going to help you incorporate your passions and your emotions and the things that you already intrinsically know, and make it so that your voice can be heard, so that the gifts that you have can be shared with the world. So thank you so much for picking pile number 1. I hope you enjoy the next readers, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hi, lovely subscribers of Soul Moon's Rising Tarot. So you picked my reading. I'm Velvet Cat, and I've got a lot of really awesome decks to provide you with a reading on what you can expect in this summer energies. So these are your cards. Now let's see what they say. First of all, what stands out to me is that you actually got 3 major arcanas here, each side by side. And these numbers here say 444, which is an angel number. Plus, you have purple here from the angel cards as well. So it seems like there's some type of spirituality that is going on here, and that is important. I also get the sense like life is about to change for you, because my eye goes to this card here first, which gives me the feeling of you breaking free from something that has been holding you back, whether that be your own mindset or certain obstacles in your way that you couldn't figure out how to get out of them. But during this time, you are making moves for something better, and you're strategizing and visualizing, and even things around you are changing fast. To where I see this card here, the 10 of Cups, being reunions with family, friends, and lovers. Things finally getting back to normal during this time. So that's exciting. Now let's see. Let's go through each one of these one by one. Starting here, I kind of get the sense that this is your past. Not too far off, like just around this year, like the beginning of the year, possibly. I mean, it could be longer than that. It could have been your entire life, or it could be just this year. But I feel like you've been living a pretty comfortable life, comfortable and safe. Like, look at this card here. This is the 9 of Pentacles. And this card is usually about luxury, but the way that I see it here is like you are this cat that's enjoying yourself, and you have your food on your table. You're accompanied by a little buddy here. So you're comfortable and safe in your home. And if you haven't already seen that, know that you have been blessed, because it is a blessing to have food on your table, to have a job, and a loving relationship. This is all the vibe that I get from this card, because you are resourceful. Like you've possibly gotten a really great job that you've worked hard for and leveled up on. But these 2 cards here, the Knight of Swords reversed and Ace of Wands reversed, tell me that you have been unable to express yourself, what you're truly passionate about, if you're a creative, or maybe you're into sports or nature or anything unusual like conspiracy theories. But maybe you didn't have anyone you could talk to about these things, to relate, to show your passion and enjoy it with others. Because the priority has been to take care of yourself and your family, you know, the bills. Possibly you could have realized that you've been feeling pretty unmotivated at work, even exhausted from giving so much of your energy into just trying to survive, not really living with passion. And so in the beginning of the year, I feel like actually you've been receiving signs, because we have the Magician here. Perhaps you've started thinking about how you can change your life, or even you've had some type of reconnection to source, like whether that be God or the universe or anything that really touches your soul. Because both of these cards here, I see there's a feather and there's a bird. And then there's also the eye here, and the cat is watching the bird. So it's like you've had an eye-opening revelation or some type of spiritual awakening. for a new possibility in your life from what you used to know. And so you've been trying to figure out what it is that you're being called to see, or what it is that you can do to follow your passion, to change your life and be more joyful. It looks like through the beginning of the year, you've been ready to go, but then the tower happened. Here we have the tower, which is, the virus. And so this time hit us all, and it not only shook everyone to their core, but it has actually also made people realize that life is not always certain. It is waking people up to what they thought they knew. So in reality, this overwhelming fear and chaos that has happened is actually a blessing in disguise, giving people time to think about what they have and what they can have. Especially for you, since here we have the Magician. This is a card about power to be what you want, to do what you want, because you are super smart and you have all the tools that you need, all the skills and talents and ideas and the smarts to figure it out. Like if you don't know what it is that you're called to do or what it is that you're passionate about, maybe you could do some soul searching during this time, because here we have the Hermit, which is a card about wisdom and looking within. And that's great for this isolation that we're going through. Maybe you'll find new ways to actually use your skills. You'll realize that your skills can contribute to something different than what you've already been using them for. And a little idea that if money is an issue or a worry of yours, then what you can do is to save for a year, or if you've already been saving, add extra into those savings and don't touch it, so that after that year, you can invest in a type of retreat to help you figure yourself out. Or if you spend this whole year also soul searching through meditation or prayer or anything that helps you, going out there being creative or trying out your passions, exploring, then after that year of saving, you can already invest in your idea or education towards making that idea profitable. My mindset about this quarantine time is that if you don't come out smarter, healthier, or even with a startup or some type of project you've developed, then it's not that you didn't ever have time before this. It's that you didn't want it bad enough. Now here with this oracle card, it says, focus on the light. Such a beautiful card. I feel like this one is here to tell you to imagine this new intention that you have for your happiness and your passion. Imagine this intention as a flower that is blooming and shining bright from your heart. The stronger your intention to live and give and create and receive, the brighter the energy will be to make that happen. Any type of doubts or fears will just slow you down as new obstacles. So remember to focus on that intention and let it be. Like, don't have any expectations. Go for it with curiosity, because this is a gift by source, which in your mindset could be God or the universe. This is a gift for you to see what you already had within you. So don't ever think that you're not worthy of something better if you really want it, because this is the gift. Accept this gift. Now let's move on from your situation here. This is what you were dealing with this year. And now here is the summer energy and the rest of these cards. As I said in the beginning, you are breaking free from fear and confusion. Look at this. So I kind of feel like she is standing up with the gift that she has been given. And she is trusting, which is why she's blindfolded. So she is trusting in herself and in Source. So you are standing up in all your glory for your beliefs and what you want. You found your thing. See here with the Three of Wands. And so with the Seven of Swords, you're strategizing and planning and visualizing. Look at this guy, how he's carrying these swords. like you're resourceful, so this is your tools and your knowledge. And I see that you've come from this person, which is bare with only the cloak, to this person, which is more covered up, fully dressed and ready to take action. Or for those of you that haven't found your thing, you're planning that soul trip. You're ready to get out there. And there will be quick changes, not only in this passion of yours, but also in the world, as I see here with the Eight of Wands. There's movement, there's change, there's travel, and new opportunities that you'll be calling in. So during this time, you might actually be a little more absorbed and focused into this idea that has crossed your mind, this epiphany that has now been developing. So you're either focusing on creating that through the strategies, or you are planning, as I said, so that you can figure yourself out. So you're taking time for yourself to figure out what it is that you are being called to change for your happiness. And so because of this, people around you may not understand, and there could also be a slight bit of tension. So just make sure to explain to everyone that you have a plan, and that this is only temporary because you need to put in the work now so that over time, once this becomes fruitful, you can enjoy the time with your family without stressing about money anymore. And you can be fully there because you are happy. Before I go on to these beautiful angel cards, I'd also like to mention that this one here, the Seven of Swords, is actually a card about deceit and stealing. So make sure that you're not giving money to people that you don't fully trust, or to buy into something or a deal that maybe it sounds too good to be true. Make sure to always have contracts and know all the details. So now here with these beautiful angel cards, we got Amethyst, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. So this is because you'll be moving on forward to what makes you happy. So in turn, you'll be attracting other people that are also doing similar interests. And everyone will just be bouncing off each other's energies, creating even more positivity. This is also a card letting you know that the universe or the angels, what it is that you believe in, they are by your side as you create and you go for this. They want you to go for this. As I mentioned, it's a gift. And now here with the fluorite card, it says natural beauty and authenticity. What I get from this one is kind of how she's holding these worlds here. I feel like maybe if you decide to volunteer for a cause that's important for you, you could actually find the answer. For those of you that haven't already, giving your time to something other than yourself, that could bring some ideas. And also, since it is talking about being natural here, it could be an advice that because you want to be at your strongest when taking on this new journey and putting all your energy into this passion, you should be paying attention to what it is that you put on your body and in your body. Like, what do you use for beauty routines and in your home for cleaning up, and what you eat to make sure you're not taking in junk and bad energies. So now on to these final cards here, this final set. It looks like the High Priestess reverse tells me that this alone time was really hard on you, and maybe you were fighting it. But so you need to realize that you have been blocking your potential prior to this by giving too much of your time and energy to the wrong people and the wrong things. They were tiring you out, right? That's how you were feeling? Because you were holding back your true self. Maybe you were putting out fires at work and at home. Or you were distracting yourself, distracting your feelings with the people around you and social media. Or maybe even people's opinions got to you because, you know, society fears being happy and following their dreams. They don't believe in that. So maybe they put you down, or they made you doubt that it is possible to live a different life. Everything gave you like a hazy world. As I see here, she's wearing like a veil over her. So this is the veil that you're finally removing off of you. And that even though this distance was difficult, this isolation time and this pause in the entire world, it was very much needed. See that epiphany that you had in the beginning here, in the beginning of the year, finally got a chance or is getting that chance to turn on the light bulb. Like, see how the head here has the sun? To gain clarity and listen to the voice of life, to the voice of your heart. There are answers coming in here, as I see with the Nine of Cups. You are figuring out your purpose and your true path that will bring you energy and happiness. So don't give up just yet, or whenever it feels extra difficult, do not give up. See, here we have the Chariot reversed. I feel like since it's between the answers and the happiness, it's telling me you might actually go through a little bit of a struggle, because the Chariot card is usually about movement. But because it's reversed, it's telling me you might actually get a little stump at one point. So it's saying to not give up. Because see here, look, this is what you can look forward to. Celebration and abundance. This is one of the happiest cards in tarot. Plus, it's also a confirmation that around this time, before the end of the summer, you'll be reuniting with family and friends. For those of you that are in a relationship, you're actually going to grow an even stronger bond with each other, because when you find that answer of what it is that you want to do for your passion, it's going to bring in a fire in you, a new energy. So even for some of you, I see here there's 2 kids, there could be a new child on the way. And for those that are single, this card here is also advising to not fall off your true path by being distracted with too many options in the dating world, or between trying to decide of loving yourself versus loving others versus loving God or the divine. At this time, focus on you, because once you achieve this, you'll be at your best, and that's when you can find real, beautiful love. And for these final cards, the Higher Power and the Thinker. Let's look at what they say from the book, because this is a new deck that I just got. So we have number 4 here, or let's start with 44. Here we are, this one, the Thinker. So it says here, love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is the time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work, and should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. I feel like this is talking about this card here, the Chariot, and how I said to not let those be distractions when you're trying to decide between your path or others. It's saying here that if you're going through a tense situation and there's just no common ground, then they are pulling you away from your path. Your energy is being divided, and so they're not meant to be in your path at this time. Now, this prosperity message says, calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friends now, so get out your journal, write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategy partner is Spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. That is beautiful. And one last thing, also, since it is a card about thinking, I feel like perhaps it could be advising that there's no need to overthink things, to just kind of go for it. Since you are being guided here, that means that it will bring about a positive outcome. There could be mistakes, there could be failures, but that's okay, because you'll learn from them and you'll just keep pushing forward, becoming better and better. And in no time, you'll be there. Super happy that you went for it, instead of overthinking and stopping yourself from doing it. Now let's see here with the 4, Higher Power. So this one says, it's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number 1 priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. That is beautiful. And so here, prosperity message. Sometimes your work just flows through you. Ideas come rushing in and inspiration bubbles up from a wellspring you didn't even know you could access. When you enter agreements, begin projects, and negotiate deals with Spirit as your partner, you will always succeed. Let your higher power lead. The synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed, giving you confidence to move forward in the right direction. Don't forget to give credit where it is due. You wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance. Humility will serve you well when this symbol appears. So I feel like this is kind of emphasizing here, since it is all about the higher power, that you do need to pay attention to what it is that you're manifesting and your mindset around manifestation and also spirituality. Like if you believe in God and you pray daily, then don't forget to thank and not stop. Keep thanking, keep showing that gratitude for the gifts that you are receiving. Or if that's not your thing, if you're more into manifesting and the universe, then believe in it wholeheartedly. I feel like that's what it's saying here. If you're not already, going on the law of attraction journey will be for your benefit rather than just kind of throwing yourself out there. Because like this, you'll have the universe and the spirit by your side. So that is the reading I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And if it resonated, comment below this video. Thank you for watching.
Hey everyone, if you have chosen my pile, it is all about Fae energy for this midsummer or summer solstice, or Litha, if that's what you want to call it. I have, to lessen the time, I have gone ahead and drew all the cards. We will flip them over and we will talk about the reading. So this first section is 5 cards. It's going to be, it's my own spread design. So it's, where you currently are, where you're heading, something that stands in your way or bothers you, something you can do to help yourself, and like a possible end result. And then these 2 cards right here are oracle cards from 2 different Fae decks that are just messages from the Fae for you to keep in mind as you move on in the next quarter for after summer solstice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first one is where you currently stand. So here we have the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands in this picture, because this is the Joie de Vivre deck. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in a little bit. There we go, kind of. You can see he has a patch, he has some scratches, his hair is a little wild, etc., etc. So he's seen some things. You've probably seen some things. That's going to probably be the main thing to take away from this, is that wands are a fire energy, and you've gone through a lot of things to get where you are right now, to get to that current spot that you're in, okay? But this is all about, 9s are all about fulfillments of goals and achievements too. So you got the 9 of Wands, so you have goals that you want to complete, you have achievements you want to see come to fruition. You're really going for it, and you have these dreams that you want to do, and you might have that fire energy in you right now that says, yes, 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 let's get it done, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. But keep in mind that even though you've been through a lot of things, and even though you have all of this fire to hurry up and get it done now, keep that patience with you, because that patience and that fire mixed together are going to help you fulfill your goals, okay? Fulfill your goals and your dreams. So keep that with the patience and the fire that you're experiencing right now. I know you don't want to be patient, but consider it, okay? And then the next card, this is where you're heading. So this is the King of Wands. Interesting, again, a lion and a lion, okay? So that lion energy, that confidence, that strength is there for you very, very heavily. This is also a king, so that confidence is there, that king energy is there, that I've been through stuff energy is there for sure. This is going to be about focusing on and managing that spirit and that action that's burning within you, that fire. People can definitely see that you have the drive. You know, kings are often looked at. They're seen by many, many people, and people can see your drive. They can see that you want to get things done. They can see how hard you're working. And there may be some that don't like that. There may be some who aren't too keen about where you're going or where you want to go. But do not let other people's opinions stand in your way or get to you, okay? Don't let that happen. You have opportunities coming your way. But don't concern yourself what other people think of your goals and your dreams. And careful of being too impulsive. That impulsivity, like I said, with the patience, that impulsive thought of hurry up and get it done now, or I should take this opportunity right now, could stand in your way. It might cause a problem for you, okay? So keep that in mind. But also pay attention, focus. re-examine where you're heading and reaffirm, look, this is where I want to go, and it doesn't matter what you think of where I want to go. This is where I'm going to go. You're an adult. You can do this, okay? This is your dreams. These are your goals. This is your life, and you need to seize that. So here, right here, is going to be what's kind of standing in your way, what's bothering you, what's causing you a little bit of problems. And here we have the Ace of Wands, which is very interesting because, as I was saying in this card, it could be that the opportunities might be standing in your way, that seizing of wanting it right now. You know, you have these new opportunities available to you, but don't be too hasty to pick right this second, okay? That ace energy, there is a lot of newness. There is a lot of new opportunities, and you might be afraid of those opportunities, or you might just impulsively want to take an opportunity, but careful with that. Keep in mind that that is something that is standing in your way. And this card right here, this card's going to help you through that. And here we have the Knight of Coins. And Knights are a very strong, steady energy. Look at that. He is sitting on his horse. He is waiting. He has a shield. He is looking around. He's on a top. He's being, he's confidently keeping a watch on the things going on around him and using that shield, okay? So when you are working out stuff in your head, when you are looking at these opportunities and things that might be standing in your way, careful, because you might be yourself, be the person standing in your way. But take into account that this Knight is patient, okay? Back into this patient energy over here and focus, okay? That patient Knight is going to help you through any of the fear that you might have, or maybe even researching. Keep in mind that you have many opportunities, but you want to research them. You really want to take them to heart, okay? But don't back down either. Other people are going to be like, oh, maybe you don't want that one. If that's really the one that you want, keep in mind that you don't have to back down either just because somebody else doesn't think it's right for you, okay? So you keep that shield on you. You keep that shield available to you from this Knight, okay? You'll have a high chance of succeeding if you just protect yourself. And don't let yourself knock you off the horse either, okay? Keep that dedication with you. Keep that patience with you, that focus, okay? And management. And even the fire, okay? Use these energies, these kings and lion energies to really focus. Keep your eye on the ball, so to speak, okay? On that goal. And, you know, if there's a delay or something like that, don't let it unhorse you. Okay, do not let it unhorse you. All right, so here we have the fifth card in the reading. And this card right here is like where it's going. It's like what you're getting ready to just run into next, okay? And this is the Seven of Cups. Look at all of these flowers just vying for her attention, okay? So you probably have many opportunities. Now, also keep in mind, 7 is a fairy number, so the fae are with you, and they are telling you all of these opportunities are there, but you can't have all of them, right? All of those opportunities aren't always going to be available to you. So you know you best, okay? You're the person who knows you best. You can't choose them all, and your choice is going to decide how this ends for you. So that patience, that fire energy of you want to achieve your goal, consider what your goal actually is. Take that confidence, take that focus, take that management, take that patience and steadfastness and shield, and really look at all the opportunities you have available to you. Look at every single one of them. Don't rush to a decision, but actually take into account, what does this one provide for me? Does this one get me to my goal? Is this one going to get me to my goal? If so, how? And is that the right move for me? But consider all of your choices, and you know you best, okay? You're the person who knows you best. So keep in mind what you're capable of, what you know about yourself. Use that gut instinct, that intuition about you and yourself to pick the choice that's going to be best for you, all right? Now that's going to lead us into the next card, which is, this is like a fairy message, like a warning fairy message. And this is reflections. This is about your ego. It's telling you not to let your ego get too big. The fairies are saying, take a good look at yourself. When you're making these choices, just keep your ego in check, okay? Keep that ego in check for this summer solstice and this new venture that's coming on. And this final message right here, this is the message that's good for you, that's happy for you. It's telling you union, okay? You have seen and unseen allies. You have both, okay? The fairies are with you, as I said here, okay? So that's probably going to be your unseen allies. And then you have seen allies. These are going to be your friends, okay? These are important for you to flourish. So keep those unions. Don't discard them, okay? So keep all of that in mind, and you are going to succeed in whatever it is your goal is going to be for this summer, this solstice season, okay? So I hope this was a great reading for you. Let me know in the if it worked out for you. I truly hope that this reading finds you well. Fairy blessings.
Hi, this is Falling Star. Welcome to your reading. I've already laid the first 3 cards out for us. For your past energy, we have the Queen of Swords. You are a very intuitive, insightful, and perceptive person. You're sharp-witted. You might be kind of the type of person who people see as all-seeing, all-knowing. You could work as a therapist or physical or mental health, of course, maybe a teacher or guidance counselor. This also could represent someone going through a rough patch. Hopefully this just means that this was in your past now. I see the roses and I see some sort of like an affair or love. But a really stormy, sultry kind of sky. So this was something passionate, but disruptive. Do you know what I mean? So something in your past might not have really felt right. And then we have the 5 of Cups. And I see this card as the culmination, like the addition of the 3 of Cups, whereas celebration used to exist, but now it no longer does. So we have a loss, we are grieving something, but we have these 2 cups here. And if you're familiar with the 2 of Cups, that is a card of true love. So there is something here that remains that you are not paying attention to. And I really think that the landscape speaks volumes in this card because it kind of mimics that stormy sky that we're seeing in your past, that you haven't let go of those hard-hitting thoughts, that heaviness, that turmoil is still kind of with you, and you may be concentrating on it. You're looking towards your past instead of towards your future, which looks, by the way, quite bright. The 7 of Cups, definitely you have a lot of choices laid out before you. This is a terrific card. You have abundance, enjoyment, all the emotional and passionate thing, all that you've ever dreamt of. In the pot at the end of the rainbow. And you may find it hard to make a decision, but that's okay. You have many opportunities, many choices. So look towards your future and realize that you have many, I would say many people who love you, but definitely a lot of opportunities. It could be that you are forgetting quite a few people and quite a few of the emotions and things that have gratified you in the past. So turn towards your future is, I think, the major message here. And I pulled, you are experiencing an illegitimate feeling. I believe this is about that turmoil and about the drama. So it is not to say that you have not reason to grieve ever, but this is indicative that it might not be as bad as you might think. I also got wait, which means go ahead and take your time. To me, go ahead and spend that individual self-care time. Maybe do some yoga or practice some stretching, breathing exercises, get out, go for a walk, get some alone time if that's what it takes before you can move on and move forward. And somewhere there is an energy leak. I would hope that the energy that you are leaking is love, just like these little hearts in this card. But this could be telling you that you may be expending your love too much in the past and not looking forward. We have the advisement to balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. This is terrific for the Queen of Swords energy because you are so intuitive. Although this says you should be trusting your intuition with this moon here, don't be too heady and so much in your crown chakra, so attached. Like if you've been practicing a lot of spiritual beliefs or really studying, don't get so up there in the ether that you aren't grounded and being practical. It can actually be warning that you might be martyring yourself just a little. And for everyone's sake, do stop with the martyrdom and continue to be this being here with us. We are all spiritual beings, but we are also tied here, even impermanently, to enjoy one another. In other news, though, if you happen to be asking about a relationship when you clicked on this reading, this can be indicative that yes, they are a soulmate. This could be one of those connections. I got for what is this illegitimate feeling about? I wanted a little bit of clarity, and I got disasters. So there really could have been something that you went through that felt very calamitous, like a natural disaster. It could have been flooding or loss at home or a fire, some accident. So I'm not belittling that. I'm just saying, look at what you still have and be grateful. That is going to be your best path. The tarot helps us see our best future, our very best potential. So do take that time if there was something like that. But definitely, if you are only worried about what's going to happen, we have the advisement. I practice the science of deliberate creation. Giving thought to anything is creation. Giving deliberate thought to anything is deliberate creation. So, while you are focusing on things, you may choose to focus on what you want to happen more than what you're afraid might happen. If you can imagine what a difference that might make in your life, your thoughts are actually bringing things about. So, monitor your thoughts and do your best to think only on the things you would prefer to have happen. Make your mind somewhere you want to live in, and your world will start to reflect that. We have avoid hateful thoughts, as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. I don't make this stuff up. I really don't. And we have the lightning bolt, which is like a revelation. It is intelligence, and it can be a force to be reckoned with. Yes, going right back to that powerful manifestation. Go ahead and think about hugging someone. Think about, if you've been concentrating on negative, angry things, it's time to, it's time to forgive. Of course, anger can always be justified, but then so can forgiveness. Just depends on how much more you want from the adventure, which is perfect. I was looking at these cards and thinking if you turn from your past and look forward, you would realize what an adventure you were on and how many paths you could go down. Also, solitude is sometimes the best society. And we have yet another path and 3 pillars. John Milton. Yeah, there are many paths you can go down, but it's really up to you. You don't have to drag anyone along if you don't want to. I think this is about taking that me time. Part of this summer, you might want to take a little time to yourself. You have joy. I follow my bliss and accept limitless joy. I really think this is going to work out terrific for you. Whatever it was that you went through or were worried about, it is something that you can get a hold of. With the butterfly, we see transformation. And I see you moving into, with all these lines, I just think that you are radiating your energy and attracting what you are putting out in a way. We don't control the entire universe, but we can make an impression on it. Even the act of predicting something can help it come into being, especially if we get a lot of people to believe it. So if you've been talking about, what might be happening to you or what have you, think of what else might be able to happen and start putting that in mind. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing. This is a little new to the channel, so you guys get to witness it. I have a little focal star here. And a little pouch full of mini cards. We're going to give this a try and see if there's anything else that you might need to be focusing on. Oh my. Okay, so these, I'm just going to go back in the bag. We have the Page of Wands. Maybe you'll start something new that you're really passionate about. We have Justice. This tells us to be fair and that the world may be supporting us. It's going to be evening out. Kind of everything comes out in the wash. It's going to be restored to you. Anything that was lost, you're going to have maybe not the same thing, but something equal or greater value restored to you. We have the Hermit. I think this is about, you probably can't see that little guy. I think this is pretty universal, but this is about that alone time, taking that time to be introspective and concentrating on that own light, that light that you are shining out. When the Hermit does go out and about, they're almost like a beacon or a messiah. They spend a lot of time in quiet contemplation. So you may really want to go into hermit mode for a little while for your self-care routine, but it will pay off. We have a happy home. This is probably one of the best cards in the deck. I mean, it's indicative of perhaps marriage, building a strong foundation, happy home, home front if you're more concerned with business, but definitely celebrating. Yeah, you will have kind of the life that people are looking for. There will be much to celebrate in your future. I'm very happy for you. I don't know how that could have turned out better, and it was the last one. Yeah, I think you're going to be starting anew, and that's really going to, you might be maybe making a business venture, or I see this as something you're passionate about. Whatever really drives you, whatever vision you have, I see you kind of going at it. It says be fair, but I see you going at it, quite perhaps alone, as we had in this card. Solitude sometimes is the best society. Maybe you will be your own boss. Maybe you will be even just working remotely on this, like a solo act type thing. But definitely that is going to make, whatever perfect life you have envisioned for yourself a possibility. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Follow this channel for more like this, and pop over to our channels if you want to see more of any of us. All right, remember, have fun.